Hi friends, hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Hello. I haven't filmed one of these videos. First of all, okay, if you're new to my channel, which I know some of you are, I normally upload very frequently, and I'm normally like a 4 to 5 timer. Like, I really like to upload a lot because I just think number one, it holds me accountable to put uploads out and treat this with the respect that it should be treated with.
That sounds stupid.
But you know what I mean. Today's candle is Bourbon Maple from Old Williamsburg Scented Candles, I believe. I got this at Michael's, and it smells amazing. Maybe Wegmans? I don't know. It smells amazing though. The scent is pigmented. So that's the candle of the day. Normally I film like very frequently and I try to just like put content out, but because Glowmas is steadily approaching with, I'm not ready, but I am ready, but Glowmas is approaching, so I've been trying to pre-film for that, and also school is ending, so I've been trying to plan for that, so it's been a lot. But today we are gonna do a Yass or Pass. Oh my god, cue the really horrible animation I made for this little doohickey here. Ugh, I hate myself. Okay, so we are gonna go to my good friend Trend Mood and we are just gonna chit chat. You and me, let's just chit chat about these new products that have come out, our thoughts on them, how we feel, our emotion. Let's just talk. Actually, I love when like a controversial release happens because these videos give me a chance to talk to you about those controversial releases. I'm putting pictures on the screen now. We'll get to it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about were the Fenty Beauty, the new like red highlighter. They originally launched this exact shade, but it had a different, pretty controversial name that they very quickly, once there was like the slightest bit of outcry, very quickly didn't release it and are now coming out with it with a more appropriate name, which in my opinion is how a brand should handle everything, and also just shows that Fenty is the best. They're a very good brand. I like the way they handle situations. While the name was ill-advised and it should have never passed like anything, at least they made the change. So the new name is the Ruby Riches Kilowatt Foil Highlighter. This is like a very brick red color. Okay, I'm not gonna buy this because it's not really made for my skin tone, and even as a blush, I think this would look a little weird. Also, now that I'm like getting into winter, I have been very heavily steering away from my very glittery and glowy blushes. I have no interest in them. I want like a matte, looks like I just stepped out into the cold type of cheek. I don't want like a glittery, sparkly cheek. So this isn't something that right now I'm currently interested. Maybe in the summer I'll be like,
Yass,
let me bathe in the glow. But right now, like, this is not my vibe, but I think it's cool. I love Fenty and I really love their products. Almost everything I've tried from them has been absolutely amazing. So this does look pretty, but Rihanna and co, all known as Venti Beauty, also came out with an entire trophy wife collection. This includes, I believe, a lipstick, a gloss, a gold liner, and then the trophy wife gold highlighter. And I'm pretty sure it's also now there's like a loose highlighter with this as well. Okay, the trophy wife shade was iconic. I bought it. It wasn't meant for my skin tone, but like I bought trophy wife shade because it was beautiful. It was so stunningly gold. I'd never seen anything like that until I saw Rihanna come out with it. However, and I do like Fenty, but I am not a fan usually of when a brand takes that kind of cult classic shade and turns it into like a line like this. It just kind of feels, I don't want to say money grabby because I don't think it's necessarily a money grab, but it definitely feels like it lacks a level of creativity. This is a very like lazy and easy thing to do, like make your cult classic shade in a bunch of other things that people could want. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like you can only buy this in a set, which that feels money grabby to me because people would probably buy like that lip gloss. Like a ton of people would buy that lip gloss because it's like a gold, cool, awesome lip gloss. And I'm sure some people would even probably buy like the liner or maybe even the lipstick. I think people would want to buy maybe one individual piece from this collection, but to have them all in a bundle in a sense that you can't just like buy them. I know Nisa's probably screaming from the rooftops about this because it is silly that you can't just like buy the thing that you want. And if you already have the gold trophy white original highlighter, you're going to be getting a duplicate via this set. You can't get the set without that. I think the loose highlighter is kind of cool, but I hate loose highlighters. That's something I'm just gonna own that in 2020. Like, I'm just done buying them. I don't like them. They're messy. when they don't need to be. Like, it's unnecessary to have them. I get that you can make them, I get that they can be like more pigmented or whatever, but like, I'm fine with pressed highlighters. I don't like loose highlighters. I never use the ones that I have. I just filmed a declutter for Glow Mist and I decluttered like all of the ones I own. So that's not for me. But if you like loose highlighters, I don't know why, but like, go for it. Okay, next, let's talk about this Frozen collection from Disney. Here's the thing. I worked at a daycare when Frozen came out, and I would go home at night and my sleep paralysis demon was 6-year-olds screaming "let it go" at the top of their lungs. So I like Frozen. I think it's a cute movie and everything, and I think Disney is a
horrible, scary franchise that owns too much.
But I will say I like Frozen as a movie. I have sisters, so I found it very adorable. Like, this is the bond of sisterly love. Olaf, who doesn't love Olaf? He's an adorable singing snowman who thinks it's eternally winter. Like, he's great, okay? I personally am just not the biggest fan of the color stories of these palettes. Well, I do commend them, at least specifically the Elsa one is very winter themed. Anna one is very more fall themed, which are the seasons we're kind of in right now in most parts of the country. While I like that, they just are, it doesn't feel incredibly inspired. It doesn't, I would have almost felt like it would have been cooler if they had done like, I don't know, I guess that's kind of stupid, but if they had done like an Olaf palette or like had like Olaf aspects to it, or if they had like, I don't know, this just feels a little bit like kind of thrown together and a little bit lazy. And I think maybe I feel that way because it's such an easy concept. Like, I think the concept of making palettes around Disney princesses is a really easy concept because all you have to do is take their color scheme and put it into a palette. They have like a set color palette already for you. So it's one of those things that I'm just kind of like, this one doesn't feel particularly inspired to me. And I also am so sad that they keep putting those chunky pressed glitters in their palettes because that's such a turnoff for so many people, and it makes these palettes, which is a cool concept, the 9 pans, they're overdoing it a little bit now, but like, it's a cool concept. It makes them not something that I think a lot of people are interested in because they can't use 1 or 2 of the shades.
Let it go! I'll rise like the rays of dawn. Let it go! Let it go! That perfect girl is gone!
Okay, coconuts. This is another thing from Colourpop because they release too much, but like, wow, what a hot take I have. For you, Smokey Glow, look at you coming in with these really original opinions. Colourpop releasing too much?
Groundbreaking.
Anyway, this is the Weird Coconuts collection. I actually don't hate this. I actually was literally, honest to God, thinking the other day, I wonder when they're gonna come out with like a 9-pan neutral palette, because all of their 9-pan palettes are like colors, very monochromatic. And I was wondering when they were gonna do that with like browns. This definitely isn't a brown monochromatic palette, but it is like just a neutral palette. It reminds me of every other neutral palette that's ever come out. However, I actually don't hate this. The colors are wearable. I like the price. I like the fact that this is a palette that could be accessible to the everyday working person who just needs a freaking neutral palette that's not $50 like the Too Faced chocolate bar, or you know what or like the Anastasia soft clam palette. But I feel like this is actually kind of cute. Am I sick of Colourpop releasing so much? Of course, but like, is this at least a cute palette with a cute theme? Yeah. It's cute. I think it's cute. Let's see if I can say cute one more time. So Lele Pons and Tarte came out with a new collection. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the Kylie Cosmetics collection. And I typically haven't really been talking about the Kylie Cosmetics stuff lately. And the main reason for that is just because I think most of her stuff is pretty cash grabby. And she also did just sell 51% of her company, which I think is interesting because now that it's starting to like kind of not do as good, she's like selling off all her it's smart, but like, man, is she like something else. But I will say, I think the actual packaging and even the actual like palette for the holidays is really cute. Like, she kind of nailed the packaging, I'm not gonna lie. I know it seems like a very simple theme, and it definitely is, like the red and white stripes. It's very Christmas, it's very holiday themed. The little like mini lip things and like Santa hats, like it's very classic Christmas, but I feel like it's good. Like, I feel like maybe because so many people have been steering away from like the classic Christmas theme, seeing something like more classic is actually really exciting and kind of fun and adorable. Like, I feel like because like Tarte is over here doing like Moroccan themed stuff, and like Too Faced is over here being like, we're at the Grand Hotel in New York City, and like Kylie Jenner's like, it's Santa Claus. It's Christmas, it's Santa Claus. So Jaclyn, Jack Attack. Jaclyn Cosmetics came out with their newest launch, and to be perfectly honest with you guys, I can completely and totally understand YouTubers wanting to get views and wanting to, that's probably why I put this in the title. Like, I can understand wanting to get views by doing a review of this whole collection and by showcasing it and by buying it to like inspect. I can understand all of that, but at the end of the day, like in my personal opinion, Jaclyn Hill put customers at risk and had a blatant disregard for the risk she was putting them in to make money, and that's what the first lipstick launch was. She never addressed the metal in the lipsticks. She never addressed like half of the things that happened. She kind of just gave half explanations and then wanted it to go away. There are still people who claim that they did not get a refund, which I think is incredibly problematic. And she just like doesn't care. Like, Jaclyn doesn't care about her fan base or her customers. And I think I've really seen that, especially in the past couple of months, because she's really trying to act like she cares. She just has a blatant disregard for her customers. She doesn't care. And there's already, with these highlighters, been issues. The batch codes on every single highlighter, regardless of the shade, are the same. There's evidence to show that those highlighters were made in the same lab as the lipsticks, not the palettes, but like the actual loose powders. It's just, they're claiming it's made in Italy and other people are claiming it's made somewhere else. Like, it's already shrouded in controversy, which maybe you could make the argument that it's like that because it's Jaclyn Hill and everyone's being hypercritical, but I don't even think that's a fair argument because we're being hypercritical for a reason. This launch and the next 15 launches that she has would have to be perfection for me to ever consider trusting her brand enough to buy anything from it. And so far, it's not so good. Like, I know that she's a new brand and I know that there's bumps along the way, but if you've truly been working on this type of stuff for years and years and years and years and years, you should have, it shouldn't be treated this way. Like, I'm at a loss. And I think it's really frustrating that people want to buy it just to like test it or do anything with it, or that people are reviewing it for the sake of being like an unbiased review channel. Like, no, I wish we just weren't giving this launch any attention. And even the concept of like, well, I hate that, but I mean, I hate Jaclyn and I hated her last launch, but like these highlighters do look really pretty. Do they look pretty? I'm not going to comment on that because I don't want to give them any attention, and I don't want to point any of you guys in the direction of going to buy them because I don't think they're safe to use. I don't trust Jaclyn Hill as a person, and I don't trust Jaclyn Cosmetics as a company, and I don't think you should either. And that's my little rant on that. A mini little Jaclyn Hill rant. Anyway, I think that's it for me. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion on some new stuff. It's been really fun getting to chit chat. The next Yass or Pass will be in Glomis, and I have a very special Yass or Pass holiday edition where I'm going to be talking about all of the holiday launches from a lot of different brands that I think are hysterical. So we're going to talk about those in the next one. But anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below, along with a link to register to vote. That's right. You can go click that link. You can register to vote, and you can be the change that you want to see in the world. And if that link does not apply to you and you live in a different country, just please make sure you're staying informed on what's going on in your part of the world. Make sure you're just using your voice in a positive way. The world really needs more of that. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!